Hello and welcome. So I just want to do a video here just solving two different delta Y questions. So here I've got a source and it supplies two balanced loads. The first one we're going to do is two resistive loads. The second one will have a motor load. So this one says a three-phase, three-wire, 600-volt source supplies two balanced loads. One load consists of three Y-connected resistors that draw 20 amps each. So that means I've got 20 amps here on my line. The other load is three delta connected resistors that draw 8 amps per phase, so that would be 8 amps here. What we're going to solve is we're going to solve the IA total. So up here on the main feeder, and we're going to solve at what angle. So I'm just going to apply a lot of my basic Y delta rules here. I've got a phasor diagram on the right hand side. So first things first is I've got my VAB there. When I'm solving my Y connection, I know that V line, which would be VA to B, equals V phase times root 3. And I know that V line leads V phase by 30 degrees, which means that I also am going to have a phase voltage here. It's going to be 347 volts, 600 divided by root 3, and it's going to be over here at about 330. And again, I'm not using a ruler, we're just doing that. So this would be V, A to N. That's where that would be, right? So where I go from this now, I've got 20 amps. I know that my I line equals my I phase. Those are my three rules there. So I've got 20 amps. My phase angle would equal 0 degrees. Remember, that's because my resistors have a power factor of 1. So that means my current is in phase with my voltage. My voltage is at 330. That means that my current is going to be here at 330 degrees as well. So this is I, Y, A. Right, so that's what I've got. So I, Y, A equals 20 amps at 330 degrees. Now moving over to my delta. With delta, I have a couple rules as well. I know that V line equals V phase. They are the same. I know that I line equals I phase times square root of 3. And I know that I line lags I phase by 30 degrees. So knowing that, I'm given 8 amps as my phase current, which means that I'm going to calculate I line by going 8 amps times the square root of 3, which gives me a number of 13.9 amps. So I know that my delta line current here is 13.9 amps. Now when we're trying to calculate my total current, I'm going to be going IA equals I YA plus I delta A. So now I want to do angle. The next thing I know is that my phase current here was 8 amps, right? My phase current of 8 amps was through a resistor, which means it would be in phase with the phase voltage. So that would really put it here on my horizontal, in phase with that voltage. But we know that the line current lags by 30. So I'm going to come down 30 degrees, right, on my phasor diagram. And that puts my 13.9 amps here. So that's my I delta A. Now I add those up. My I delta A equals 13.9 at 330 degrees. So I can fill out an HV chart if I want. I'm not going to go through that process. I know they're both at 330 degrees, so they're at the exact same angle, which gives me a total current, in this case, of 33.9 amps. And since they're both at 330 degrees, that puts my total angle at 330 degrees. So that there would be my solution to this question if I was calculating IA. Now what I want to do is I want to move on to another question, a similar question, but in this case with a motor. So here I have another question, a similar question. It says a 3-phase, 3-wire, 600-volt source supplies 2 balanced loads. One load consists of a Y-connected motor that draws 20 amps per phase, right? So I've got that over here, Y-connected motor, 20 amps per phase, which we know that I line equals I phase with a Y load at a power factor of 0.66. We know that power factor, which is here, is in the phase. That has to do with phase voltage, phase current. The other load is three delta resistors that draw 9.3 amps each. So over here, I know that I line equals I phase times square root of 3. So we're going to do that. So let's start again with the Y load. So with the Y load, right, my Y load, I need to figure out what is my phase voltage, right? So in this case, it's a Y load. We know V line equals V phase times root 3. So I'm going to calculate, and we know that V line leads V phase by 30 degrees. Those are our rules. Again, writing them down because it's so crucial that we remember those. So in order to get V phase, I'm going to go V line divided by root 3. That gives me 347 volts, and that is a 30-degree lag. So that puts my V A to N again down here at 330. V A to N is at 330 degrees. Awesome. Now my current here for my Y load. I know that my current I line equals I phase. So that means my I line current, okay, is 20 amps. And my phase angle was a 30-degree lag. That phase angle is based off of my phase voltage. So it actually is going to be, I'm going to go 330 minus 30-degree lag equals, which puts it at 300 degrees. So my phase voltage is here. I'm going to lag down by another 30, and that puts my 20 amps down here. So this is YA at 300 degrees. Okay. So that's the big trick there, is remembering that current, the lag, the 0.866 power factor, comes off of my phase voltage. Then I step over into the delta. So now in the delta, I've already got my one rule. I line equals I phase times root 3. We also know that I line lags I phase by 30 degrees. And we know that V line equals V phase. So what I want to do for my calculation here? Well, first of all, I know that if I'm trying to calculate my source current up here, IA, I know that IA is going to equal IYA plus I delta A. I've got IYA, now I get I delta A. Well, I line is going to equal my I phase, so my 9.3 amps times square root of 3, which gives me 16.108 amps. Now, that would be, right, my phase current, my 9.3 would be here. It would be in phase because it's a resistor. So that would be my phase current. However, my line current, we know line current lags by 30 degrees. So if my phase current is at 0 and my line current lags by 30, that puts my line current down here at 330 degrees. So that would be I delta A at 330 degrees. Right? So that means we are I delta A equals 16.108 amps at 330 degrees. Awesome. I'm going to add those up on an HV chart, and I'm just going to do that math separately, but I add them up on an HV chart. What I end up with is an IA total equals 34.8 amps at 314.3 degrees. Now let's say I was looking, right, that would be my IA total. Let's say I was looking, what is IB and what is IC? Well, we know they're 120 degrees apart, and we know it's a balanced load, which means that if I wanted to get IB, it would lag by 120 degrees, so 314.3 minus 120. IB would be the same, 34.8 amps at 194.3. And IC would be, again, lagging by 120. So it would be 34.8 amps at 74.3 degrees. Oh, not sure what's going on there. 0.3 degrees. All right, so there is my two kind of questions that I wanted to cover. Just really quickly, again, these Y delta calculations can be really tricky, but the biggest thing is just remembering what I'm referencing off of and keeping those delta rules and those Y rules in mind, right? So it's just crucial, crucial, crucial. I write them down every single time so that I don't forget. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and please subscribe. Have a great day.